Hello class 7 students, welcome back to the Science Digital class. Today we are going to start chapter 17 of your book, which is Forest, our Lifeline. Chapter at a glance. Forest, forest profile, food chain, conservation of forest, importance of forest, biotic components of forest, interdependence of plants and animals. Engage. Look at the picture of products we obtain from forest, write their names and one use of each. तो ये जो पिक्चर दी गई है ये सभी हमें फॉरेस्ट से मिलती हैं. हमें इनके नाम लिखने हैं और इनका एक एक यूज लिखना है. Let's start the chapter. A forest is a large area of land where various plants, animals and microorganisms exist in their natural homes. A forest is a natural piece of land which is not fenced. Agricultural land and parks are thus not included in the definition of a forest. Parks and agricultural lands are created by humans. Approximately 30% of the world's total land area is covered with forest. In India, the forest cover is about 21% of the total geographical area. तो जो फॉरेस्ट होते हैं वो ऐसे लैंड होते हैं, ऐसे पीस ऑफ लैंड होते हैं जहां पर सभी जानवर अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में रहते हैं. एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड और पार्क्स इसमें काउंट नहीं होते क्योंकि वो फेंस होते हैं और वो ह्यूमंस ने बनाए होते हैं. तो जो फॉरेस्ट है वो इंडिया के टोटल एरिया में 21% एरिया को कवर करता है और वर्ल्ड में टोटल 30% एरिया जो है फॉरेस्ट से घिरा हुआ है. लेट्स स्टार्ट. व्हाट इज फॉरेस्ट? Forest is a name given to a habitat that is mostly made up of trees and which occupies a large area of land. A forest is a very large uncultivated piece of land which is densely covered with various types of herbs, shrubs, trees, tall grasses, creepers and climbers. At certain places in a forest, trees are so thick that the sunlight barely reaches the forest floor. There are many kinds of forest. The type of forest in a particular area depends on its climate and soil type. Trees are dominant in forest, shrubs, herbs and climbers are also present. तो फॉरेस्ट एक बहुत बड़ा एरिया होता है लैंड का जहां पर ढेर सारे पेड़ पौधे होते हैं, श्रब्स होते हैं, हर्ब्स होते हैं, एनिमल्स होते हैं, क्रीपर्स, क्लाइंबर्स सब कोई होते हैं. इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ फॉरेस्ट. फॉरेस्ट की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? They produce large amount of oxygen and absorb large amount of carbon dioxide, thereby helping to regulate the gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Forests purify the air and control air pollution. Forests regulate climate and help rainfall. Forests prevent soil erosion because roots of plants bind the soil and prevent it from being removed by water or wind. Forests help to recharge groundwater as plants slow down the flow of rainwater and thus help in absorption of rainwater by the soil. This helps to raise the water table. Forests provide habitats to a wide variety of plants, animals and insects. Forests provide many useful materials: wood, rubber, gum, resin, non-edible oils, beedi leaf, catechu, katha, honey, honeybee, wax, bamboo, lac, etc. Knowledge basket. Silviculture is the branch of forestry dealing with the development and care of forest. Forest profile. Different types of trees are found in a forest. These trees can be characterized by their height, shape of leaves, flower and fruits. The part of a tree above the stem with branches is called crown of the tree. The crown of the tree receives maximum sunlight. तो जो ट्रीज हैं वो अलग अलग चीजों से पहचाने जाते हैं. उनकी प्रोफाइल अलग अलग होती है, डिपेंड्स ऑन कि उनकी ब्रांचेस कैसी हैं, उनकी लीव्स कैसी हैं, उनका क्राउन कैसा है या उनकी रूट्स कैसी हैं. लेट्स सी. हियर इन दिस पिक्चर यू कैन सी द ट्रीज ऑफ डिफरेंट हाइट्स form different layers in a forest. The crowns are of different types and sizes. They make several horizontal layers in the forest. These layers from top to bottom are A. Canopy, B. Understory, C. Forest floor. A. Canopy. The topmost horizontal layer formed by the crowns of tall trees is called canopy. The trees forming this layer are as high as 30 meters. They form a green umbrella-like roof over the lower layers. The sunlight penetrates only partially through it, making it dark inside. The trees forming the canopy photosynthesize more rapidly and hence produce plenty of food. It is the habitat of many animals such as monkey, orangutans, eagles, toucans, and sloths. Most canopy trees have smooth oval leaves with pointed tips. The tips are called drip tips as they let the rainwater run down and keep the leaves dry. Sometimes trees emerge above the canopy to form the emergent layer. Number 2, B. Understory layer. The understory layer lies between the canopy and the forest floor. This layer is made up of herbs, shrubs and tall grasses. It is home to a number of birds, snakes and lizards as well as predators such as jaguars and leopards. It receives very little sunshine, only 5% of the sunlight, and is very humid. The leaves of the plants here are large to trap sufficient sunlight. C. Forest floor. The forest floor or the ground surface comprises dead leaves, animal droppings, dead trees and animals. All these decay on the forest floor and form humus. The decaying matter forms a spongy layer. It is moist and warm. Humus provides nutrient for the growing plants. Ferns, grasses, mushrooms and seedlings grow in the forest floor. The forest floor is home to millipedes, beetles and giant ant eaters. बायोटिक कंपोनेंट ऑफ फॉरेस्ट. फॉरेस्ट के कौन कौन से बायोटिक कंपोनेंट होते हैं? बायोटिक कंपोनेंट्स जो कि लिविंग बीइंग से बनते हैं. बायोटिक कंपोनेंट ऑफ फॉरेस्ट इंक्लूड्स प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स. द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स कैन बी क्लासिफाइड इनटू फॉलोइंग टाइप्स. ए. प्रोड्यूसर्स और ऑटोट्रॉफ्स. बी. कंज्यूमर्स और हेटेरोट्रॉफ्स एंड सैप्रोट्रॉफ्स. सी. डिकम्पोजर्स. Let's start with producers. Plants make their own food and they are therefore called producers or autotrophs. Autotrophs are green plants that have chlorophyll present in the leaves to make their own food by photosynthesis. तो जो producers होते हैं वो plants और animals होते हैं जो अपना food खुद बनाते हैं और इसीलिए उनको autotrophs भी कहते हैं. B. Consumers. All animals depend on plants for food since they are unable to make their own food. So they are called consumers or heterotrophs. तो सारे वो animals और plants जो कि अपना food बनाते नहीं बल्कि producers से consume करते हैं उन्हें consumer या फिर heterotrophs कहते हैं. They are divided into the following groups depending upon what they eat. First, the organisms which eat plants or plant product as their food are called herbivores. Horse, cow and deer are herbivorous. In these images, you can see herbivorous animals. The organisms which eat only flesh of animals as their food are called carnivores. Lion and tiger are carnivore. In this picture, you can see lion and tigers who are carnivore. A special type of animal consumer feeds on the bodies of dead animals. These organisms are called scavengers. Jackals and vultures are examples of scavengers. तो कुछ ऐसे एनिमल भी होते हैं जो डेड एनिमल्स को खाते हैं और उन्हें स्कैवेंजर्स कहते हैं. The organisms which eat both plant and animal are called omnivores. Humans, bears and cats are omnivores. तो ऐसे एनिमल्स जो कि प्लांट और एनिमल दोनों को कंज्यूम करते हैं उन्हें ओमनिवोर्स कहते हैं. The organisms which derive their food from the dead and decaying animal plants are called saprotrophs. Mushrooms, yeast, bacteria are some common saprotrophs. तो saprotrophs वो organisms होते हैं जो dead और decaying animals या plants से अपना food लेते हैं, like mushroom in this picture. Number C. Decomposers. After plants and animals die, organisms called decomposers use the dead organic matter as food source. They break down dead plants and animals into simpler substances. In the process, they return important materials to the soil and water. Bacteria and mushrooms are examples of decomposers. Food chain. All animals depend on plants for food directly or indirectly. The producers are eaten by herbivore. Herbivore in turn are eaten by carnivore. Carnivore may further be eaten by other larger carnivores. In this food chain, energy is transferred from one plant to herbivores and from herbivores to carnivores. The sequence of living organisms in which the organisms eat another is called food chain. तो जो फूड चेन होती है वो ये होती है कि एक ऑर्गेनिज्म दूसरे ऑर्गेनिज्म पे किस तरीके से डिपेंडेंट होता है. एक हर्बीवोर अपना फूड प्लांट्स और एनिमल से लेता है और वही हर्बीवोर एक टाइम के बाद एक कार्निवोर का खाना बन जाता है एंड वो कार्निवोर शायद किसी बड़े कार्निवोर का खाना बन जाए और इस तरीके से फूड चेन चलती रहती है जब एनिमल्स एक दूसरे पर डिपेंडेंट होते हैं अपने फूड के लिए. Thus, a food chain shows what organisms eat. It shows the interdependence of organisms on each other. All food chains begin with food producers The plants. For example, grass is eaten by grasshopper, insect. Insect are eaten by frog. Frog is eaten by snake and snake is eaten by eagle. The corresponding food chain is, here you can see a corresponding food chain in this image. Some examples of food chain operating in a forest are, first, plant eaten by rats, rats eaten by snake and snake by hawk. Second, grass eaten by deer, deer by tiger. Third, grass by zebra and zebra by lion. In forest, many food chains exist. Most food chains are interconnected and form a food web. If one food chain is disturbed, it affects other food chains also. तो जो फॉरेस्ट है वहां पर बहुत सारी फूड चेन्स एग्जिस्ट करती हैं और बहुत सारी फूड चेन्स आपस में कनेक्टेड होती हैं और इससे फूड वेब बनता है. अगर फूड चेन में एक भी एलिमेंट डिस्टर्ब होता है तो पूरे फूड वेब पर असर पड़ सकता है. Here you can see a picture of a food web. Interdependence of plants and animals. A forest is home to many kinds of plants, animals and microorganisms. These living organisms depend on each other for their survival. They are also interconnected and interdependent. तो फॉरेस्ट में हर एनिमल एक दूसरे पर इंटरडिपेंडेंट होता है. तो लेट्स फर्स्ट स्टार्ट डिपेंडेंस ऑफ प्लांट्स ऑन एनिमल्स. Plants also depend on animals in certain ways. A. Plants depends on animals for carbon dioxide. Plants need carbon dioxide for making their food by photosynthesis. Animals release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere during respiration. B. Plants depend on animals for pollination and seed dispersal. Insects such as bee, wasp, butterfly and moths cause pollination in flowers, which produce nectar. When insects get the nectar, pollen from the anther stick to the body of the insect. When the insect carrying pollen visits another flower of the same kind, some of the pollen got transferred into the stigma of the flower and second flower gets pollinated. Seeds of some plants cling to the body of the animals and are carried away to different places. Animals also disperse seeds of certain plants through their droppings. Thus, seeds get dispersed and in due course germinate to form plants of the same type. C. Plants depend on animals for nutrition. Certain microbes decompose the bodies of dead and decaying animals and the droppings of animals to simpler molecules of plant nutrients. These nutrients percolate down into the soil and are absorbed by the plants through their roots. Now let's see how animals depends on plants. Animals plants पे किस तरीके से depend होते हैं? Dependence of animals on plants. A. Animal get their food from plants. Animals do not make their food themselves. Green plants make their food through the process called photosynthesis. Most smaller animals get their food from plants. Here you can see deer eating grass. Many bigger animals eat the flesh of smaller animals, which feed on plants and so on. Thus, all animals get their food directly or indirectly from plants. If the forest, plants/trees dry up, most animals will also die sooner or later. B. Some animals make their shelter on plants or trees. Most birds make their shelter on plants and trees. Sparrow, crow, woodpecker, etc. make their shelter on trees. Here you can see in this picture, this is the picture of a woodpecker. The dense bushes and tall grasses provide animals protection from their enemies. Number C. Animals get shade and protection from rain and heat from trees. All animals, small or big, get protection from heat during summers and from rain during rainy season by hiding on or under the trees. D. Animals get oxygen from the plants. All living organisms need oxygen for respiration. Plants release oxygen into the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Now let's jump on to the conservation of forest. Conservation forest का कैसे किया जाए और वो हमारे लिए कितना जरूरी है. We have learned how forests are important to all living beings on the earth. But what if these forests get destroyed? Some of the consequences of forest disappear are mentioned below. अगर forest गायब हो जाते हैं तो उससे हमारी लाइफ पर क्या असर पड़ेगा? Let's see. The animals will not get food and shelter. We will not get valuable forest products such as timber. The proportion of carbon dioxide in the air will increase. This will result in the rise of Earth's temperature. The soil will not hold water during rains, resulting in floods. So there is a great need to conserve forest. So हमें पता चल गया कि जो forest है उनका conservation कितना जरूरी है. Now the maintenance and prevention of further depletion of forest is called conservation of forest. Here are some steps to conserve forest. Forest को बचाने के कुछ तरीके. Afforestation. Afforestation is planting of trees in barren lands to increase the area under forest. Afforestation influences the climate of a particular area and helps in restoring balance in the environment. B. Protection from overgrazing. Overgrazing of cattle in forest should be checked regularly. C. Regulated and planned cutting of trees. Indiscriminate cutting of trees should be prohibited. Operations like improved methods of cutting and selective cutting should be adopted by the forest management. B. Control over forest fire. Forests get destroyed by fire due to natural processes like lightning or by friction between trees during the speedy winds or due to negligence from humans. E. Proper demarcation of forest by converting forest into conserved areas like national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biodiversity parks. We can prohibit the cutting of trees and killing of animals. F. Protection from pollution. Pollution of air, water and soil should be reduced for the survival and growth of trees. G. Role of government in forest conservation. Strict laws should be formed by the government of a country to protect national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves. Knowledge basket. Every year, India loses about 15,000 square meter of forest area because of deforestation. Tech Talk. The technology-driven smart sensors called green bots can be key to preserving India's forest, while also providing data that can serve as a catalyst towards more sustainable forest management by using data on soil and weather conditions. These smart sensors can employ predictive analysis to help in sustainable forest management and conservation practices. Moral learned. Trees embody selflessness when it comes to providing for humans, but it turns out they also happen to be altruistic to one another. In the vast network of roots that burrow through the soil, trees are talking, checking in on one another and adapting to their environments to help each other thrive. Recapitulation. A forest is a large area where living organisms, plants, animals and microorganisms exist in their natural home. Forest is the name given to a habitat and is mostly made up of trees and which occupies a large area of land. The biotic component of forest include plants and animals. The sequence of living organisms in which one organism eats another is called a food chain. A forest is home to many kinds of plants, animals and microorganisms. These living organisms depend on each other for their survival. They are also interconnected and interdependent. The maintenance and upkeep of forest is called forest conservation. Thank you class. Let's meet again in the next chapter.